Welcome to my diary. This is my video diary number 3. Back in front of the physics building. Got a lot to talk about. When I think about my career as a video maker, filmmaker, artist, musician, person who makes things, I've really only made things for myself. I think I'm going to pull a lot from the videos on my phone and I'm going to show it to you. So, cue random guitar video. Cue another random guitar video. They got a drip and it's talking. Sprinkle in a little piano. What about a jam sesh? And we're just gonna let it roll. Because I need to do something with these videos so that I can delete them from my phone. It's been a while since I've sat down to talk with myself, the main person for whom these videos are for. I make a lot of things for myself. The Hello Again series is definitely up there. I feel compelled to make it public, though, for some reason that I'm not entirely sure sounds the greatest to hear, but I want people to know. If they choose to learn about me, I'm here. They can learn. 2 years ago, I went to Europe for the first time, and I learned a lot. Days before I left, maybe actually a couple weeks before I left, Fletcher Lore, the person that I was flirting with in my first video diary, told me that we should just be friends. So I went to Europe, and Germany helped me forget about this person and about how I felt about that person and losing them, at least romantically. Then I went to Italy. Woo! Yeah! Then I started to remember, and there are a couple moments where the friends that I was with and I, for me at least, I was experimenting with alcohol for the first time in Europe. And everybody knows that alcohol and heartbreak goes really well together. I learned a lot about myself and about Europe in that time. I came back to the States, and in my sophomore year, I continued my scientific studies of that mysterious substance known as alcohol. I've had a lot of material for scripts come out of that relationship. In dramatic writing, I particularly enjoyed being able to use this instance. Walking through downtown Athens, you see a lot of cute little Saturday outfits for game days on mannequins. And I would look at the mannequin and I would feel sad because I would think about the person from freshman year that I wanted to flirt with. That persisted for almost the whole fall. And oh my goodness, that was rough. That was rough. But nevertheless, I persisted. And when you know it, by Christmas break, I was thinking about somebody else. It didn't go anywhere, but that was moving on. Christmas break was moving on. And then later in spring, there was another person. This time I actually dated her for 1 week. I could tell that she was a lot more interested than I was in pursuing a relationship, and I didn't feel good about continuing our relationship, so I broke it off. It felt pretty clean, but it was also very sudden. I didn't offer her a chance to really weigh into that decision. That was rough. 3 days later, and we were back together. Our definitions of taking a break are different, and it felt easier to just fall back into doing the things that we were doing when we were dating. And I just prolonged an inevitable heartbreak that was necessary for us. I made her feel really bad. I felt bad too.
I accidentally waved because I wasn't like thinking about it.
This is fucking.
I spent the summer in Athens doing a lot of what you've probably been seeing. If I do this chronologically, you can watch my hair and beard grow back. With some good friends. And that was also a good summer. It was not as exciting as continuously as the Europe summer, but it was a good time of healing. And when I came back for junior year, the day before classes, I broke my elbow. And that completely threw me for a loop. Whatever routine I had established with working out and eating better and playing guitar was completely destroyed. I couldn't bike to class. I couldn't do most of the things that I became familiar with. I got off to a bad start academically, and I never really felt like I picked myself back up. I let that injury do a lot more than just make me one-armed for a few weeks. Fall of junior year was lonely, but I had my friends, so that was nice. Spring of junior year was lonely, but in the past couple months, that stopped mattering as much, because spring held a lot of great news. In 10 days, I will fly to France to attend the Cannes Film Festival. After that, in June, I will travel with one of my dearest friends to milk cows in the Austrian Alps. After 10 days of that, I will travel through Austria with a World War II documentary. Then I'll visit friends in North Italy, And then I might go into the eastern parts of Europe. And I'll finish my 86 days abroad in Berlin, learning about film and meeting people, doing a lot of interesting things over there. I kept getting good news this spring, most of it pointing towards this summer. I worked on a film that I might show clips of here and there. That means a lot to me personally, from a story standpoint. Remains to be seen if I'll be able to really pull it off cinematically. There's a lot of really good, talented people behind it, so that makes me feel a lot better.
Kind of fell apart, but
Yeah, that's alright.
Spring held a lot of good news this year. But it also leads me to today, and the reason why I finally feel like I've got a good enough grip on the events in my life to be able to make a third installment in the video diary. There was one other person who got to go to, who has been accepted to go to France in Berlin on the same programs that I am. They reached out to me on a dating app, and we started seeing each other. And we got kind of close. I wanted to know if they wanted to date me, and they didn't want to give an answer. So a couple weeks went by. And then there was a week of much less communication. And then there was today, when I learned that somebody else has their heart, and that somebody had come to town to tell them that. That was tough to hear. It's never fun to hear things like that. But I was more so relieved than saddened because I finally knew how I stood with them. I'm still bummed, but I know where I stand. And now I'm just plain excited. I don't sound very excited, but I'm excited to see what comes next. I have no hard feelings. It sounded like they felt really deeply for this other person, so who am I to come in the way of that? But that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. I told a friend that it kind of feels like karma. I definitely led someone on. I led the girl on last spring in a criminal way. Just not right. Just not the way that you should do things romantically with a person. And maybe you could say that I've been led on the past week. There were no promises made, so I don't know if that's true, but what goes around comes around. Well, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now, so stay tuned. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of travel documenting and a lot of growing. I might make a newer video diary sooner than 1 year from now. But I'm glad that we had the chance to catch up. You, my grandma, whoever else stumbles across this video, and me, the many dozens of times I'm going to rewatch it in my life. So I think I'll end it there.